Okay, I'm live, and I see that being live. It started before. Anyway, hi everyone. Just I forgot my earpod, and so I need this to check that everything is working, and everything is working mean that I need to go somewhere. Oh yeah, I have to. So I can't find things. Oh, there you go. It's working. And I see that my earpod is not working. Yeah, it should be working, but it's not working. My computer, yeah, I'm not going to complain. Okay, here we are. So, first of all, YouTube algorithm. So, I need to have you please to like, comment, support as the algorithm, YouTube algorithm. That's what works. That's what is required. So thank you for your support, and please like and comment. Engagement is important in this day and age of social media. So there you go. Then you can contact me, info at Guarire con gli angeli. It's in the description, and you have how to contact me, where it is, where I am, and so on. So if you the best way is leaving a comment or by email, info at guarirecongliangeli.it. Did I say dot? IT. Okay, so I wanted to come in today and talking about human. So human, why? It's a big question because we're human beings, and by all means, being human comes with some stuff, some I will say limitations, some ways of being that are specific human, and you will not find in any other species in creation, because we are unique. And those specific things about human then well, make it difficult for us to integrate, or to really be joyful, to really integrate human in a way that we're comfortable with. Which is that when we become human beings, we forget everything else, and that being a human, humans are, or I should say some human, not every human, they are violent, and they they don't ask, they don't talk, they just go violent. And we can see that in everyday life when you have someone, you interact with someone, and they have done something, so they did not respect your boundaries. What I've noticed is that often people, instead of saying, oh, I'm sorry, they just go and they react badly because you dare to tell them that they just did not respect your boundaries, right? And often people choose to be abusive that way instead of simply taking accountability of their actions. And that is just to write an example, but there are things that are even more bigger and going in that direction always. So it's a reality where you have conflicts very often and all over human history, and where you can be obliterated very, very quickly, even just being born and then leaving immediately because you got killed in whatever way. It happens. And you say, well, that sucks. And it does. And so being here under those conditions can be really very heavy for all of us. We can just be here and say, well, I don't like it. I don't like those aspects. I don't like having to deal with this kind of things. And so why human in the end of the day? Why do we choose to come here and to play with human? Why? Well, the first thing that I want to say is that we choose it. Incarnating as human is something that we may be not happy as humans as it's happening, but we actually wanted it. It's something that is search, and you may be surprised by this, but there are more wanting to incarnate than places available for incarnation, because it is really a position to get to be human that is that is attracting, that we want to come in here despite all the things that are happening. Because what we forget when we are humans, and we are disconnected from any of that, is that the reality is that we are here having experiences, and from the point of view of our extra dimensional or higher, whatever you want to call, selves, experiences all that is happening. We don't see these as harmful or painful or whatever. We see this as an experience, so we go with it, and we do not we're not scared of coming in, because we the perspective is completely different. So however, when you are human, that changes completely, because when you're human, well, you feel the suffering, you feel the pain, you feel all the opposition, all the limitations, all the stuff that is there, and that creates a frustration, because all of us, I think, from those that are the most aware to those that are the least aware, everyone has in them a sparkle of, at least a sparkle of some awareness of saying, this is not right. Why am I limited? I shouldn't be limited. I should be able to do those things that I actually believe I can't do, but I should be able to do those things. So when confront, so that's why we are constantly living in this opposing or strange ways, where we feel a certain way and then the reality says, so no, you can't do those things. You cannot fly, you cannot go through walls, you cannot move faster than light, you cannot disapparate, you cannot whatever, right? Everything is much more difficult. But anyway, yes, all of that, true. So why be human? Why is this so something that we want to? Well, because humanity, so the collective and every individual human, we are an experiment, let's say. So an experience that is experiencing things that only humans are experiencing the way we are experiencing them. Emotions, for instance, forgetting everything. So the complex of being this huge being, infinite being, and suddenly you are limited to a human form where you believe that you can't do anything. You are completely powerless and unaware of yourself and unaware of everyone else and unaware of creation. How do you deal with that? Question mark. Well, you come in as a human and you experience it. That's the only place where you can learn creation from that point of view, from the point of view of powerless. And believe it or not, when you are limitless, suddenly having limits teaches you a lot. Emotions. We are teaching emotion to creation. The way we process emotions, the way we experience emotions it's specific to us, and that gives a way in creation to understand emotions in a deeper level. And all of these things that we are doing, then they are observed and in a way because we want to learn, right? That's what, and this enters into the awareness of many other species and the way it changes. And I know that there are species that have completely changed their way of being because of experiencing connections with humans. You say, well, we're not connected with any aliens or any extraterrestrial. What are you talking? Well, not consciously, but the human collective is already connected with other species, and we are already exchanging with those species, even though we are not aware of it. And we will not be aware of it for a very long time still, right? It's not happening tomorrow that we have first contact. Humanity is not ready yet. Even though we've come a long way since the 60s or 70s, we are still far away. And the more religion is strong, the less probability there is that we have first contact, because people are still too much believing in things like that, so they are not open to something else. But anyway, so you see, the humanity, the human collective is playing a important position in creation, and so that goes against the teachings that we receive, that tends to say that we are little, with no significance, with no whatsoever, and that we're just sinners and condemned to damnation, blah 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 blah, that kind of things. When someone starts to think and to use their intelligence, those things just don't stand a chance, because it's so dumb, so not that. And I don't want to disrespect anyone, but it's not disrespect, it's just a fact. Use your intelligence, you have it, and stop thinking based on what you have been told by others, because that is, religion is part of the things that you do not know, you've been told, and you are not questioning it. So the invitation is to question, not questioning, and it's even not question. You have the knowledge in you, use it. That's the thing. But anyway, very often that's what these beliefs do. They destroy, they take down humans in many ways. And so they make you believe that you are less than, insignificant, and deserving of nothing. And I'm saying, no, you are deserving of everything. You are the most magnificent being. You are amazing, and you are worth the universe. Your existence is in itself the reason why you are so amazing, that you are worth. You exist, and that is what proves your importance, your worthiness. Because if you weren't, you wouldn't exist. That is a simple mathematical reality, truth of it. You exist, therefore you are worthy. And so, but the reality of it for now is that that belief system of less than is still very strong, and people do believe that they still today, that they are not enough, that they are less than. And so that gives us what? Escapism, bypassing. People are not confronting their pain, their belief system, their situation, and they try not to be in their bodies. They try to be outside. They are not there. And you can see, and I mean, I can see so many people living outside of themselves, going nowhere, because it's so painful. It's so, and it is painful at the point, but it's also because they have no hopes of something else, of having any opportunity for anything else. Yeah, that's what we are told, right? So when you are experiencing hardship, difficult moments, then you go where? You go down, and you don't want to be here. So there's a need to rebuild that trust, that happiness, that thing of being human, and to be reminded human is great, human is good. You are loved, you are supported, you are protected, even though you don't know and you do not feel it, maybe because no one has ever told you. And those that oh my goodness, and then you have so many that are just untrustworthy and taking advantage, so abusing for their advantages, right? Well, there are many of that too. But those people are not trying to lift you up, they're trying to lift you down, to make you to have control over you. And that's an abuse again. So much abuse. But again, we have always a choice. Those people choose to abuse because they just are abusers, right? So anyway, this is the thing. This is what I think is important to remind everyone. Being a human being is a choice we made. And it's a choice we made knowingly, and because it's a great place to be, even though we perceive it differently. Because once you're human, you don't see things in the same way. But we have great experiences and we can discover humanity in a very different way when we start really giving ourselves that opportunity to discover humanity in a different way. And there is a different way. There is a different way, and I will talk about this, right? Once you take away the fear of not having enough, you'll discover people in a very different way. Because as long as they are fearful that they don't have enough, they're fighting for what they have or what they think they should have. They don't have it, but they want to have it. And I think that anyone coming from somewhere else, anyone different, is going to take away what they don't have. And they are really not thinking straight because they are made fearful. And fear is a very powerful tool that the abusers are using to control humanity. And as money is something that everyone wants to have and everyone doesn't have enough of, it has become a tool of control and therefore a tool of abuse. Money in itself is neutral. It's neither bad, neither good. No good. It's just a tool. But now it is used to keep people under control. And I mean, look at around you, how many things we could do and we're not doing because, oh, there's not enough money, which is a lie. There's enough money. We have infinite access to money, except that they say there isn't enough money for many reasons that are all lies. But you see, this is how this works. This is the reality we are in. We have to work with it, not against it, and not to be fearful, because there are always solutions and we have support, love, and protection with us in every moment. It's there for us, each one of us, where we may not be aware of it, but it's there. So, being human is a choice, it's not bad. We are discovering, learning so much, and we are sharing it with every species that is interested, and there are many. And they are supporting us too as well. And there are ways that it's obvious, at least to me, there are things that should have happened that have not happened because we have that support. Because we are as much experiencing as much as everyone is looking at us. So, I mean, this is an amazing place to be. And once you start really getting into it and accepting that, and loving what you are, loving yourself, because that is the next level, the next step. Understanding that human is great is step one, and the next step is to love yourself, because it has to go to the individual, the individuality, which is you, me, and every human. All right, that is all for it, and I will be seeing you very soon. Take very good care of yourself, and enjoy a wonderful day full of love, support, and protection, because you are beautiful, you are loved. Goodbye.